Are we right in believing that we control our decisions and choices and hence this life that we live? As we grow older, we learn that we have little control on circumstances or people around us. We learn that at the end of all knowledge is the realization that we know nothing at all. We learn that no matter what we've planned for ourselves in our life, life has its own plan and circumstances overtake us, and the life we live is quite different from that what we planned for ourselves. Are we then not in control of any of these aspects of our lives? We've been brought up on the concept of individualism, the ideal, the belief that we alone are capable in controlling our minds and responsible for the decisions we take, thus directing the course of our lives. But could it be that these decisions are not fully under our control? In short, are we the active drivers or passive observers of our life? Just because we are confident of ourselves and are not fully able to validate our own abilities, when a populist leader rises who preaches notions of how they could bring back the lost glory, restore our pride, change the world, bring better days for us, we succumb to that shit, and then we think that there's some kind of a savior out there and that's our salvation. Whose life are we now living? Or are we really living our life, or is there someone somewhere using us to fulfill their ambitions? This control is a funny thing, you know. Imagine when you're taking a dog out for a walk. Well, who's walking whom? Control is thus a two-way street. You allow someone to control you by being dependent on them. The question is, to what extent do we control our actions? We allow Google and Alexa to influence our decisions. We allow a salesman to persuade us into buying things we will never even use. We allow the US airport securities to check us even with our pants down. We allow them to do so and have control over us because we need something from them in return. We allow them to control us just by being controlled because we are in some way dependent on them. A sense of control is very reassuring. Humans need to feel in control in order to feel secure. Rituals, social norms and values help give us the sense of this control. Where there are rules, there is a need to keep people in check. The reward and threat theory, therefore. And so either someone assumes that control, for example, Hitler or Mussolini or the Kim Jong-un, or they just hand over this power to somebody else. What dictators are afraid of is actually people getting educated and understanding the two-way flow of control. The government feels that people should just work their asses off, pay taxes and go to sleep. Imagine if this control now shifts the other way around. The way out of all of this is by taking responsibility for your own actions and not depending upon others or someone for the promise for a better future. Are we really in control, or merely checking the I agree to the terms and condition boxes all our life? There are only a few who control themselves and the affairs of their life by some kind of purposeful guiding force, and the rest do not even proceed that way. They are merely swept along like objects. Some are held back by sluggish waters and are transported gently. Others are torn along by more violent current. Some, which are nearest to the bank, are left there as the current slackens, and the others are carried out to the sea by the onrush of the stream. Therefore, we should decide what we wish and abide by that decision.